Hi everyone, this is a part 1 for Behn Meyer series. For the last video, I have introduced a series of Behn Meyer products. But right now, today the product that I want to introduce is Nitroposcar NPK 1515. The entry-level fertilizer has been well known by all farmers worldwide. No matter you are farmers, estate managers, or household greenkeepers, you must have heard this name before. And now regarding the size of the fertilizer, it is all impressive. It has excellent granule hardness, high quality surface treatment, uniform surface textures, seal to prevent dust, smooth granule size distribution, high granule weight and round granules. And they always kept their promises in line to their customers and farmers more than a century. However, it's not just about the size need to be praised. Let us take a look at this fertilizer. Based on the formula that we can see here, Nitroposcar 15-15-15 plus 2S. It is a balanced nutritional fertilizer that comprises of nitrogen 50%, phosphorus of 50% and potassium of 15%. It is a premium grade complete fertilizer, has been made by Eurochem Agro, and this fertilizer is always well known of bearing the horse and lions logo. So the real question is, does this fertilizer actually live up to this name? And now let us take a deeper look on this content. Just like Yaramila, it has nitrate based nitrogen and another one is ammonico based nitrogen. Nitrate based is always fast soluble compared to ammonico based. For the phosphorus part, it is a 50% fully citric acid soluble. And another one is a 50% of potassium oxide, which consists of 1.6% of water soluble. According to the spec given, how does it performs? Actually, given the fact it is come close to Yaramila 16-16-16, it is a well-balanced chemical fertilizer with equally distributed NPK. It can be used in any sort of plants from fruit tree, flower, succulent or vegetable. Both actually quite alike in terms of how they perform, but there are some minor differences between them and I'm gonna explain it for another video. But what makes this fertilizer special that it consists of sulfur element. It has 2% sulfur with only 1.6% fully water soluble. For this case, how plants actually benefited from sulfur. For the previous video, I explained that sulfur actually helps to improve the fragrance and also the taste of the fruit. Fruits that actually stimulate your taste senses, such as durian, citrus or watermelon, can be benefited from that. But do you know sulfur also helps to improve the quality of leafy vegetable? According to science, sulfur is a main ingredient of amino acid, which helps the protein synthesis, enzyme and vitamin. Plants with sulfur actually grow much bigger and healthier compared to the one without sulfur. And also, sulfur is important for chlorophyll, even though it's not a component of it. It is one of the crucial things that make green pigments on the leaf. Lack of sulfur might cause decolorization on the leaf and it become more light green. And by the way, shortages of sulfur is unlikely happen if proper fertilization, unless the soil pH is too high. And another one is that sulfur helps the formation of root nodules of the legumes. There's a special places for plant to actually absorb nutrient with the help of root nodules. This is because it forms symbiosis with the nitrogen fixing bacteria that called rhizobia. And this bacteria helps to convert the atmospheric nitrogen into the nutrient to your plants. And this is what we call nitrogen fixation. So to clarify the confusion here, plants require sulfur to create a conducive condition to grow up properly, not just about producing good quality and high scale of harvest, but the main point is that farmers are able to reduce fertilizer usage with the help of nitrogen fixing bacteria induced by sulfur. Even though NPK is important, but sulfur helps to double up the fertilizer effectiveness. So for the next part, when do you apply this fertilizer? For this spec, it is no-brainer. Always apply when in the early stage or the post-harvest stage. During the early stage, when your plants start sprout 3 new leaves, this is the best time to apply fertilizer. Or after your fruit trees have done fruiting, this is appropriate time to replenish your soil with balanced nutrients. There are guidelines on how are you going to apply the fertilizer, but do note that over-apply fertilizer might cause toxic to plants or even might cause minor scorching to the leaves. If you're not sure how and when to apply, always consult the fertilizer experts for their opinion. So basically, how can you say about this fertilizer? Well, it is a complete package of all necessary stuff that needed by your plant. It provides A to Z nutrients if you are planting vegetable. And the nature of being high quality fertilizer with no residual left over, that makes it convenient, easy to use, like a walk in the park. And the only problem is the price of the fertilizer, especially this year, is completely out of control. For the early year 2021, it only cost about 115 ringgit, and now for the current price, it had reached 180 ringgit, and it increased over 60% of its original price. While the prices of vegetable are uncertain from time to time, but the prices of the fertilizer never drop, and it is overwhelmingly expensive. And how are we going to expect farmers to survive at this situation? For the final part, I also want to do a comparison video between Behn Meyer and also Yaramila. But until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.